This is the closing market report for Friday on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Riley Smith. On the phone right now with Bill Moore of Price Futures Group as we wrap up another day in the ag marketplace. Bill, what have we seen going on in the grain and livestock markets today?
Well, we had some rally yesterday, and I think it's just profit-taking in front of the weekend. This war presents so many unknowns and uncertainties over the weekend. Anything can happen, and I think traders just wanted to cash in on the rally from yesterday and stand aside, for the weekend, see what the weekend brings, the headline risks are and all. Also, earlier, oil was lower. It did rally here recently, but I think that caused some profit-taking as well. Still, war continues to be the primary fundamental driving the Board of Trade prices, and not its own supply-demand fundamentals, as in a lot of markets. One thing that there's a concern is the cost of course, putting the crop in, the gasoline and fertilizer and hydrous ammonia is, one of the things for corn. Price of that's going higher, and so that could change the acres. Right now, I'm hearing 5 million less acres of corn and about 4.5 more in beans. We'll find out about that a week from Tuesday, the planting intentions report and the quarterly stocks. So we'll see how that comes out. Meanwhile, the U.S.-China Beijing summit has been postponed until sometime in May. Hopefully the war is over by then, long before then. And the exports yesterday were on the low side, but still over 1 million metric tons in corn. And of course, Monday's was about 1.5 million. So the exports are still continue to be good. That's really about all the news in the grains. The two big things are how long is the war going to go on? Price of gas is now over $4 a gallon here in Chicago. And when will the Strait of Hormuz, where 20% of the oil goes through, when will that be reopened? Well, we'll see what happens on that. That's pretty much it for the grains going into the weekend. Also, there's some dry concerns in the plains. It's a rally tweet earlier this week. The drought monitor is up in certain areas, and we got to keep a close eye on that as planning approaches. Livestock-wise, looks like a little bit of a rally in the livestock today, but not a lot. Cattle up about 70 points. Feeders up about $3. Looking at the cattle market, April cattle, the market has been solidly sideways for the month of March. Going the last couple of weeks, the market's just under 235 on the close today. That's pretty much where it was at the end of February, maybe 233. As I say every day, it's been confined to a range by two things. On the top side, pressuring the market is the surging oil price, which cuts into the consumer's pocketbook, leaves them less money to buy groceries in the store, in the supermarket, including meats. And underneath the spring demand period, the best of the year, the grilling season, is supporting the market on breaks. And those two things are keeping the market range bound so far for the month of March in about a $5 to $6 range. Also ahead are some information, data load from the or a data dump from the USDA in terms of 3 different reports that comes out over the course of the next week or so, starting with the cattle and feed report today at 2 o'clock. Supposed to be placements about 1% under last year. See how that comes out. And Tuesday, the cold storage report should show less beef in storage. And then the pig crop report on Thursday, that might show increased hog numbers. So we'll see how those numbers come out. And the markets that have already been sideways will probably continue to be awaiting the results of those 3 reports.
All right, Bill, lots of great information today. For anyone who would like to get in touch for more marketing information and check out your newsletter, how can they do that?
630-947-5176, wmore@pricegroup.com. Check out my newsletter, Agmaster, www.pricegroup.com, the company website. Look at the bios of Jack Scoville and myself. We've both been here a long time. We'd love to help you out.
That again was Bill Moore of Price Futures Group. We'll look at the numbers next.
In rural Iowa, you need reliable information. The Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network brings you ag-specific content like market trends, weather outlooks, and policy updates that matter to your operation, while your local station brings you community news and consistent updates on what is happening in your area. It's a partnership built for the challenges of rural life. Your farm, your local station, and your friends at the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, where Iowa Ag matters. Find us online at iowaagnet.com.
May corn down 4 1/4 at 465.5. May soybeans down 7 1/4 at 1161 1/4. May soybean meal down 450 at 328 even. May soybean oil up 10 cents at 65.51. Chicago wheat down 12 3/4 at 5.95 1/4. Kansas City hard red winter wheat down 21 even at 6.06 1/4. Minneapolis spring wheat down 15 3/4 at 6.28 even. May oats down 9 3/4 at 3.58 even. On the Merc, April live cattle up 77 cents at 234.05. April feeders up 3.42 at 351.17. April lean hogs down 77 cents at 91.27. April pork cutout went unchanged at 103.40. And April Class 3 milk up 18 cents at 17.31. That's been a check of the closing market prices. Thanks again to Bill Moore of Price Futures Group for joining us today here on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, where Iowa Ag matters. I'm Riley Smith.